We're not talking about 9/11. We would have read this today had Ben not shown up, but we got Big Ben back, and so we will save you on your ideological training, but it will come if you still listen to this podcast, because you deserve to be punished.
Do you want to give him a spark notes of the book?
It's great. It talks mostly about fighting the Japanese in the
Because kids got
northern mountains of China.
Because this summer kids are going to have to do book reports and that. What do you suggest about the Red Book of Guerrilla Warfare?
Make inroads with all the village people.
Yep.
Hide weapons among them. Recruit from them, obviously. There are offensive and defensive tactics on guerrilla warfare, and against a modernized Japanese army, you're going to have to know how to use them, and you are going to have to survive you're going to have to survive the worst climates and conditions in China, because you need to go somewhere where the army can't pursue you through traditional means, and that does mean making a lot of sacrifices. And you will be living in caves. But listen, you have to stop the Imperial Japanese menace.
Yep.
And it's something I agree with to this day. South China Sea belongs to China. Let me just say that.
And Taiwan does.
Taiwan's not a country.
It's not.
It's not a country. I will never acknowledge it as a country. So what's been going on with you, big boy?
Nothing, just working. This is going to be dead air, so we're going to have to cut this.
No, we're not cutting anything anymore. That's a new rule since you left, and I've taken over.
There's no cutting?
There's no cutting. We've not cut a single thing. Isn't that right, Emily?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
That sounded like a forced yep.
No, it does not.
I will say that with the glasses, you look like your name should be like Nancy or something.
I don't know why we have to jump to a girl's name. Can't it be like a Paul?
Nope.
Hey, you look more like a Steven with your glasses.
Mer-
No, you look more like a Mary Beth.
Meredith.
Meredith? All right. How about,
You look like you're in a...
Eleanor?
Eleanor's a good one.
Eleanor's a good one.
I guess a male name like a Norm.
No, I don't... Maybe a Norm.
Like an accounting Norm.
Accounting Norm, not a Norm McDonald.
No.
I'm not that cool. Maybe a Kevin.
Yeah, but I think Kevin at the office, and you're not that cool.
Kevin Nealon is who I think of.
I think of Kevin Costner.
Terrible actor. I hate Kevin Costner. Never been good in anything.
No, he's a bad actor. I get pissed off thinking of the movie Draft Day.
Draft Day, Angels in the Outfield?
Yep.
No.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. I'm sorry. There's a lot of ghosts in baseball for some reason around that time.
Well, it's America's sport.
It's America's sport. But they were still trying. They were really clinging to it to the early 90s. And then football really took over.
If you don't believe it's America's sport, just wait for a Puerto Rican to do a celebration in baseball.
Yeah, no, baseball sucks.
That's fucked up, though, that like they just beam a ball 100 miles an hour at your head if they get pissed off at you.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I know I'm an A's fan now, though. I know we spent zero money 2 years ago in free agency.
Who?
In free agency, the team.
The A's?
The Oakland A's. This pack of Twisted
Oakland?
Teas.
You're an Oakland fan now?
Yes.
Okay.
They spent zero money in free agency, Jake.
Sure. That's what I would spend.
You wouldn't spend any money on the team?
No. It is all a tax write-off. It is the height of some of my more devious things, like my private planes and where my private planes go to and who I have on my private planes. Don't worry about it.
Their checks are coming from the Bahamas.
Something like that, too.
2 words, Jake. Shell Corporation.
Shell corporations, buddy. Yes.
How'd you get rich owning car washes?
Let me just say, I did not graduate college, but one day a billionaire made me his sole heir, and he gave me a sizable fortune. Apparently, I'm a math genius, but and people bring me as a consultant. I am a billionaire somehow. It's not really clear how I make my money, but a lot of rich and famous people hang out with me, and we go on trips together. Special little trips. I was arrested in Florida around in 2008 for possession of some illicit materials, but that case was later dropped.
Now you do TikToks teaching kids to 10x their money.
Yes, 10x their money.
I love those TikToks.
I'm not on TikTok.
I mean, I'm a YouTube short guy, but I just call it TikTok. But it's like these videos,
It's the
right?
same, yeah.
They lead these seminars for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, take your shirt off. And the guy's a little chubby, and he's like, if I can't trust you to get in shape, I can't trust you to close the deal.
What?
And they're paying this guy $50,000, $100,000 for these seminars.
They shouldn't. One, that guy's a grifter. Fucking terrible. First of all, the biggest Wall Street scammers are out of shape dipshits.
Yep.
They're out. All the Enron guys were ugly as hell. One of them was just like a chubby Asian who just went to strip clubs every night.
I trust my salesman a little porky.
Yes. Yeah. Those are the guys who are willing to screw people over because they're ugly, they're out of shape, and they have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're really good at fudging the fucking numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, you go to them.
Because they paid attention in school. They
Yeah.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Go to people like Andy Fastow. You don't go to like a fucking Andrew Tate kind of guy.
No. I do want to join the war room, though.
What is the war room? Him being arrested in him rotting in a Romanian prison?
I think he's out, right?
No, he got new charges.
He's getting tried, but he's still on house arrest.
No, he's not out. He will never get out. Hopefully not.
He's got like 10 Bugattis, though.
I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't
That's
care
not-
about anything that
that's
guy
not cool
said.
to you?
No. First of all, you're bald. I don't respect you immediately.
He's got a Bugatti Chiron watch that
He's
costs
bald.
$500,000.
I have a personal thing against bald men that I don't really like or trust them.
Mr. Clean.
Don't care.
Michael Jordan.
He's not better than LeBron.
Bruce Willis.
Not that great of an actor.
One of the better Christmas movies of all time.
He was only good when he had hair. And then when he lost the hair, it's shitty.
Jason Statham.
Oh, Die Hard's a Christmas movie?
What about The Rock?
Who's in The Rock?
No,
Oh, the movie The Rock?
No, the man.
The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
I'm
I
just-
don't like The Rock. I think
I'm
he's a
naming bald
bad
people.
actor.
Bad actor?
Yes, he's not a good actor. You know who's a better actor? Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista's a good actor.
He's pretty solid.
But The Rock...
He actually works at his craft, which I'm very happy for him.
You didn't see The Rock at WrestleMania, then.
I'm not a child. I don't watch WrestleMania.
It's real.
I'm sure
It's like reality TV for cool guys.
Oh, I'm sure it is. John Cena's not a terrible actor. He was all right in that new Suicide Squad thing. He was okay in that.
He
That
was
was an
great.
okay movie. I don't know. I was on a lot of Adderall when I watched it, so I was not paying attention.
He was great when he announced that Bin Laden died. He broke the news.
It's so stupid that happened. Not that, I mean, Bin Laden got killed. One, I mean, it's kind of dumb. We knew where he was kind of the entire time, but
Terminated him to a permanent end.
it's so stupid that they tried to make that a thing. There's an episode of The Newsroom. If you want to follow, like, the American liberal mind, it's definitely someone like Aaron Sorkin, who did The West Wing. Then he did a show called The Newsroom. And it's just about people reporting the news. But it came out like a year after the news had been reported. So they're like, what happens if, journalists report the news the right way? And it's like, nothing changes. It doesn't matter. It's the fucking news. Who cares? And he had an entire episode called like 11/5, like 9/11, but it was about Bin Laden getting killed. And the entire crux of the episode is like, we're going to have to be the first ones on air to announce Bin Laden's been killed. And the one reporter is stuck on a plane. And it's being delayed, and he's throwing a fit, and he's like, I need to get back to the studio. And then the pilots come out to talk to him. And the pilot's like, is there a problem, sir? He's like, yeah, there's a problem. This dumb bitch stewardess is... And then he, like, stops, and he looks at the pilot's jacket. And he's like, I want to be the first to tell you, sir, that our armed forces killed Osama bin Laden. And then he shakes the pilot's hand, and the pilot's like... And high-fives the other pilot. Like, this very somber and serious moment. I'm like... It's stupid. Nobody remembers Bin Laden being killed. Nobody cares. I said I wasn't going to talk about 9/11, but
The WWE
most
community.
people think our own government did it. Or at the very least, let it happen.
WWE
Let it
community
happen to
cares.
get away with it. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Larry Silverstein cares.
I'm sure he does. Yeah, I'm sure.
You want to talk about right place, right time? He was born at the right place.
Yeah,
the
a lot
right
of those
time.
people. A lot of those people were at the right place, right time.
It's cool that his
It's
insurance...
weird that Dick Cheney just disappears from everyone's account for like 2 hours during night. Nobody knows where he is.
He was probably hunting humans again.
He disappears for a while. Like, during, like, the actual testimony, like, he disappears for a while, but then he reappears and he gives the shoot down order. There's a lot going on the day of.
He was busy. He was napping.
I'm not going to get into 9/11. But
he had a really good insurance policy, though. It covered both towers.
The guy, yes. And his wife had scheduled a doctor's appointment for him, and that's why he was not in this morning meeting.
Oh, props to her. He married a real one.
Oh yeah, sure. He married a smart one.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about 9/11.
She cares about his health.
Even if you don't believe anything, George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, they're all bloodthirsty ghouls. Donald Rumsfeld's in hell. Hopefully George W. Bush and Dick Cheney can get to hell very soon. I'm not encouraging anything, but oh my God, the blood of 1 million Iraqis is on your hands. How do you fucking Cretans sleep at night? They do it very easily because they're terrible people.
They sleep probably easier than us.
They do. They do. They sincerely believe in this project, and it's disgusting.
This would have been a great time if we had like a Tempur-Pedic ad.
Good thing
to put that in.
Boy, you want to sleep as good as George W. Bush does? Try the new memory foam. And you could adjust what's the thing with the bed where you could adjust
half
it and
bed.
And it's different than your partner?
Yeah.
So then like when you wake up and you go to like put your arm around your like boyfriend and that, and then he's like halfway up in the air, he's like folded like that.
He likes to sleep on a stiff mattress.
My boyfriend likes to sleep upside down with his wings covering his body.
And I like to sleep underneath the bed.
And I like to sleep outside.
Half the mattress takes you outdoors. It's just pissing rain.
It extends it out. This like extends it. One's up in the air. The other half just extends it out. You have like a trap door. You just come back in the bed soaking wet because it resets at the beginning of the morning when their alarm wakes them up. Yeah, one's just covered in rain. The other one's like pissed themselves during the night because they're suspended the entire time.
That commercial would be great because they can't mention it's like, wow, I can't believe I got a good 8 hours.
Wow, honey, I have not had this good of a sleep since our dumb kids were born. Meanwhile, it cuts to the kids and they're just sleeping on the ground.
They're in foster care.
They have one sleeping bag and it has 8 kids in it.
With like a fucking GameCube hooked up on a box TV.
They sleep on a bale of hay. Shit, I kind of want one of those mattresses.
I do too. I've talked about it.
I think that would be perfect for me and Noelle, our dog, because she needs. We're incompatible sleeping together.
She just farts now.
She's a stinky girl.
She's gotten to that point of old where like
was she holding it in for the first 14 years? Because now like anytime she moves, she just farts.
Yeah.
That's she just has that dumb look on her
That's what
face.
she's powered by.
She is. She's powered by gas now.
But it's like when she walks in a room now, she's at that point of old where it's like,
she doesn't care anymore.
No.
Yeah. Which I like. I don't know if she was keeping up appearances for us, but...
Yeah. She's at that point of age now where she would be racist.
Yes. Our dog. We're talking about our 15-year-old dog, by the way. I don't think Noelle... Actually, I've always said Noelle would be like a Reaganite Republican. And then my mom said, what do you mean by that? And I refused to elaborate on it. But I always feel like she would.
But she would be the whale.
Yes. Bobby is like a... Bobby I would describe as like a schizophrenic, like... Bobby, I would say, is one of the last people in the Führer bunker. Yeah. She's like a Joseph Goebbels. She's methed out with Hitler to the very end.
Still living there.
Still living there. Yeah, I'm sure our one Chihuahua Bobby had a lot to do with a lot of people going in the ground in Poland in the 1940s.
She did not want to fight on two fronts, though. That was not her call.
People say that, but it was at the time there wasn't really two fronts. This is before America entered the war, and you had Great Britain beaten back, and then you were kind of winning in North Africa, which is stupid. Don't go there. Don't help Mussolini out. He's a fucking moron.
You think the Bills would have won the championship
If we didn't fight a war on two fronts?
if we didn't win?
Yeah, I don't know why.
If we didn't win World War II, do you think we would have won a chip?
If we didn't win World War II, the Buffalo Bills would not exist.
The Germans won? I mean, it would be a different name. It's
Hitler would never allow a city like Buffalo to exist in his Fourth Reich.
You don't think so?
It's too no.
We're by the water.
No, it's too nice, too free. It would be a lot different, or not. It would lose all of its charm.
We'd still have South Buffalo.
No, because Hitler hated the Irish too.
No.
He was Ben. When I say he's racist, it's not even a joke. He was very racist.
I'm starting to think he was a bad guy.
This Hitler guy sounds like a menace.
I saw the video of him at the Olympics again, tweaking out.
Yeah, he's a little tweaked out.
Somebody quote tweeted it and said, "Wow, this is really going to affect his legacy now."
He was and then the last couple of years developed Parkinson's, and he was still hey, keep loading him up with meth.
Well, meth didn't cause Parkinson's.
No, I think he was going to get that either way, but years of stimulant abuse did not help the man.
I wouldn't even say abuse. I think he needed it.
A little bit, yeah.
You can't really get addicted to hard drugs.
He had a calm, everyday voice, apparently.
Really?
Yes, but then he'd be in military meetings towards the end of the war. They'd be like, the Russian Russian ground defense is just as impenetrable as their air defense. He'd just be like, and slap a table like that. He would just shout and slap tables, and he's just like he had like shaky hands. He was just pushing his hair back, like
trying to look good.
Yes, he was trying to look good, which he didn't.
Hit the link in this episode description and get 25% off your first order from CBDistillery. They got free shipping of orders of $75 or more. They got gummies, oils, chocolates, drink mixes, bombs, and Jake, guess what? Even more chocolates.
What?
Shop by benefit. CBD to relax, to help you sleep, pain relief, and guess what? It's even good for your pets. New Delta 9 THC does not make you as tired as Delta 8. And it's available in states where it's legalized. What? What's poppin', Jimbos? You want to support a good cause? Get some merch? Head on over to the shop. We got hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, bucket hats, all the essentials you want, and then some. The link will be in the episode description and also on our Instagram bio at Scemin and Dreamin Pod. Or hit us up at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Two in the Cooler, email snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you, yes, you, can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Fuck P. Diddy. You believe he was asexual?
Hitler? I don't know. Him and Ava Braun probably had sex a couple times. But
how many times do you think he's had sex in his life? You think that's why he was so angry?
No, I don't subscribe to that theory.
Art school?
No, I think he's an ideologue. I also think you just get really fucking high when you take over a country. And you could... That's... When you're winning very early on... When you do something that the Kaiser could not during World War I, you're gonna get high off of that.
Like if you took over,
he took Paris in like 6 weeks. France. Kaiser never did that. 4 years of war, he can never do it. He did it very rapidly. People forget Hitler won.
His name was
very
Kaiser?
early on. The Kaiser, the king of Germany, Kaiser Wilhelm.
My mind went right to the rolls.
Yes, no, I'm sure it did.
Went right to the rolls.
Shit, this is unlistenable, but yeah, no, we're not talking history again. But no, Hitler was, that affects it. There's a lot, it's very complicated in Europe post-World War I. You know, a lot of, Versailles Treaty did not help because you split up two massive empires into 12 different countries. And, a lot of them had German-speaking minorities, and that's a time bomb. And then, yeah.
I'm happy we live here.
Some guy comes along to reunite the German people, and that's not going to lead anywhere good.
found a
Especially his ideas for expansion with the German people, which was kill everybody in the East. Yes, it's not good. Those poor Polish people and poor Slavic people. Poor Russia.
Do you think you just picked countries with the worst food groups?
None of them ate well.
Polish food kind of sucks.
Polish food sucks.
I don't
German
know anything
food
about
sucks.
Russian food.
French food sucks. Italy food's good, but they sucked during the war.
Yeah, but after the war, people forgot all about.
Yeah, because
Their
that's when the
involvement.
mafia took over.
Oh, Italian food sounds good right now.
I would love to slurp down Italian food. So you weren't here for the Doc Rivers gone again from the playoffs. How do you feel about that?
It's not surprising. It's not surprising. I would actually have been more stunned if he won the playoff series.
I would too.
I think if Giannis was healthy, it wouldn't have changed anything. They would have just lost in 7.
No, they would have dropped it. Damian Lillard went off game 2, but
Then he got hurt.
he got hurt.
And then I knew he was playing game 6 because he always eats a Chipotle burrito the day before the game because it's too heavy the day of. And he was eating the burrito on the plane. I'm telling you, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Wait, want to talk hoops?
Phil anything. Bits.
Darvin Ham got fired.
Darvin Ham got fired?
Darvin Ham got fired today.
Great. Someone finally pressed the self-destruct button on his head.
I
Pop
thought
that cyst.
that thing just takes control of him, and it's just ruined LeBron's legacy. Fuck Rob Pelinka.
It's an evil thing that speaks to him. And
It does.
infects his brain. Otherwise, he's a great NBA coach, but it just sits there and he's like, put your hands in your pocket. And meanwhile, Darvin Ham's fighting him in his head. They're having a telepathic battle.
I like when he didn't call a timeout when the Lakers blew a 9-point lead.
Yeah.
They go down 5, and I genuinely think he just wants to watch the game.
Yeah, that's his vibe.
Like, he's a
His
coach.
expression never changes.
No. Like, he's a coach just to get courtside tickets to the Lakers. Because he wanted to save money.
Which is something I would do, but
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
don't
not
blame
coaching the fucking Lakers.
When you have LeBron in that, you don't really have to coach. I feel like you just let him coach.
No, you need a coach.
You do, but he
No,
can
'cause-
still get you to the
no.
playoffs.
No, you need a coach. I disagree with this line of thinking completely.
He could be a player coach.
I disagree with this line of thinking completely.
Bill Russell won a couple championships.
He had Red Auerbach as his coach.
No, he was a player coach for a couple of years. They had no coach.
It's different. It's very different.
I feel like the times are the same.
The times are the same? No, it's... No.
I think you could do it.
No. And LeBron could not. You need a coach.
I think if he retired, though, he'd make a great coach or an owner.
LeBron,
Maybe an owner.
Rajon Rondo would make a great coach.
He would.
He's got a mind for the game.
He was.
No, I think he just run into a Kevin Durant in Brooklyn with Steve Nash situation.
Yeah, but he was like
You
a
need a
first-time
coach.
head coach.
Yeah. Because he's like, we don't even need a coach. As soon as you say you don't need a coach, you need a coach. As soon as you let the player's ego run wild, it's over. It's all over.
Yeah.
And you don't throw those 3 locker room cancers and expect to win a championship from.
Yeah.
Kyrie needs to be on a leash. Sorry, he does.
I don't like the way you put that.
It sounded bad.
That sounded terrible.
That sounded real bad.
I thought of Breaking Bad.
I just thought that sounded more
When Gus was talking about, like, Nacho Varga.
something like...
Dog who bites the hand of every owner.
I apologize. I did not mean it to come out that way. Don't cut any of this, Emily. Just let it... Listen, I apologize. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what? He needs to be...
I'm letting you finish.
kept in check.
There you go.
His ego.
He needs a good support system around him.
Sure, that's what I meant. Yes, and that is what I meant. Yes, and LeBron, a dominant personality in the room, overpowers Kyrie, and you could win 2016. And, of course, he's injured. You don't win 2017.
The reason that didn't work out was there was one interview when he was in Cleveland, and it was like, when you look at LeBron, how much of a father figure do you see from him to you? And he's like,
Wild question to ask because they're only a few years apart.
Yeah.
That's a wild question to ask. If he was like a 24-year-old rookie, ask him that. Don't ask him that when he's only like 4 years apart from LeBron. That's weird.
That is a disrespectful thing.
If anything, I do agree that the media does destroy a lot of these things.
Yeah.
I would do a cultural revolution on sports media, and that means there would be a lot of people sent to a lot of camps.
It would just be Ernie Johnson.
It would probably be Ernie Johnson inside the NBA crew. I would tell you Skip Bayless is getting hunned the first day. I am straining him up.
He's doing a 3-point shootout with Cam Newton.
Don't give a shit. Cam Newton's also on a fucking docket.
Needs to be kept in check.
Yeah, sure. Cam Newton, I fucking can't stand.
Great player. I wish he was a builder.
Good for a couple years, and then he broke down.
Yeah, but he was really good for those couple of years.
Now we got Allen. Allen's a lot better of a player.
Yeah, he's a better Cam Newton.
Exactly.
He's what sports media thought Cam Newton was.
Well, Cam Newton was that for a couple of years.
Great Patriot for 2 games.
Cam
was a good Patriot for like 2 games.
Yeah, NFC South used to be stacked.
Yeah.
You had Cam, Matt Ryan, and Drew Brees in the same fucking
Yep.
division for a while.
And then you had Jameis
Winston over in the Bucks.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Tom Brady joined the Bucks too. Now it's garbage heap. And who's on top of the garbage? Baker Mayfield, baby. He's going to be on top of that garbage for a while. He's going to be in every playoff series for the next fucking 6 years. He's going to win that division. He's going to sweep the division. Doesn't matter if his team's any good.
That's not saying anything. No.
I don't give a shit because he's still going to be in the playoffs. You're still going to witness Baker Mayfield in the playoffs.
That's like...
And one of these years, mark my words, one of these years Baker Mayfield's going to go on a run. And they're going to get lucky and Baker Mayfield will win a Super Bowl.
The NFC is weak.
NFC is very weak.
It just takes the
Eagles, no juice. None. That's what happens when you hire a fucking cokehead from Jamestown as your head coach. You're not getting anywhere.
I could have told him that anybody from Jamestown.
Yeah. Fucking garbage, dude. Yeah, Nick Sirianni. I've seen a million Nick Siriannis in my lifetime.
Yep.
And let me tell you, none of them are head coach material.
I wouldn't trust him to fucking...
I would not trust him to
send an email.
To send a fucking email. To even move my car out of the driveway. I wouldn't trust any of them for that.
They do have Cooper DeJean now.
They got Saquon Barkley, too.
Not worried about that. Cooper DeJean. Do you want to talk about him? Our Jackie Robinson? You know the last time a white corner was drafted in the first round?
You said this when I picked you up when you were drunk on draft night.
Yep.
And then Faz said the same thing to me when I did the pod with him the next day.
Yep.
About this. Jackie, I don't want to hear this.
You know the last time a white corner was drafted?
I don't think it's appropriate.
In the first round?
Sure.
1969.
Not appropriate. It's different than Jackie Robinson. It's a lot different.
You're right. Cooper DeJean's a little more special.
Shut the hell up.
Cooper's a little more special.
Oh, my God.
You don't see a white cornerback.
No, you don't. They call them safeties, but that's...
Yeah.
I know, but let's not compare him to Jackie.
This would be like... fuck, I'm not going to use that analogy.
No, you shouldn't. You're already in trouble.
He's going to be a good player.
Good. Hopefully he will be.
He's got deceptive athleticism.
Deceptive athleticism?
Yeah, he's a sneaky athlete.
What does that mean?
He's sneaky
fat,
athlete.
But he's actually really fast.
No, he's just a sneaky athlete. Like, you wouldn't expect
I want to train fat people to be really good sneaky athletes. So they have deceptive athleticism.
They always have one thing they're good at.
Yes.
Like juggling.
Or like when I was morbidly obese in high school, I had a really good sense of humor. Yeah. And that translates over. Well, they'll help you get laid when you lose the weight.
When you have it,
keep the personality, lose the weight. You'll get laid a couple of times.
what else could we get? Because obviously fat people are funny, overly horny.
Oh, I was very horny when I was fat.
But it's like your
when I lost the weight, I wasn't horny at all.
No.
And then I started having sex. I'm like, I guess I'm a little bit horny.
It's because you have a better chance of getting it when you're skinny.
I'm horny for about 2 months in a year, and then the other 10 months, I don't give a shit. I can care less.
So you're fucking...
Sometimes I'd rather just stare at a wall.
Your reproductive system just hibernates for 10 months.
Basically.
It's like a cycle.
I got like a 2-month span, and then that's it.
Wow. It's like...
If I do have sex during that 10-month span, it's... quick over.
It's just a squirrel.
And I am doing something else immediately after.
It's a squirrel collecting nuts for fucking January to February.
Yeah.
And calling it a year.
Calling it a year. Like, get as much as you can in that 2-month span, because, I mean, you could get more, but it's like, boy, the energy, the will, and the commitment are not there.
Yeah. I mean,
I could care
tough.
less. I don't know. It's just like a switch that just shuts off. I could give less of a shit. I mean, I just don't care. Not really. Not interested.
Is that why you're wearing the glasses?
Yeah. Maybe. Yes. I remember one time during one of those spells, I tried to grow mutton chops. Because I'm like, I don't want to get laid anyway. Let me see if I could rock mutton chops. And I just couldn't. I couldn't get them to work. Because otherwise I'd have thick, like, mutton chops to here. I'd be like an 1800s politician.
Yeah. But then you run the risk of what if girls love it?
That'd be a problem.
That would be bad.
No, but I wouldn't go out because I would just sit by candlelight and write long letters.
Yep.
Long letters about the state of...
State of the Union.
Well, State of the Union... about the South's desire to succeed and the North's desire to keep the Union together, and I'd write a lot about
log
that.
fire, warm bath.
Log fire. There'd be a hot bath, not warm, hot. It'd be scalded. I would lose all my skin below the neck as soon as I step into it.
It's always winter.
It's always winter.
Those 10 months are all winter.
Never heats up.
No.
Never heats up.
It's also always snowing, but you never have to brush your car off.
I don't have a car. I just have a horse and buggy. I got a wagon. I got a wagon and a donkey. I don't even have a horse. I just have a donkey.
Bike.
I can't ride a bike.
I forgot.
Thanks a lot.
You're alright on a scooter.
I was okay on a scooter.
What's cooler?
Scooter. I think I should get back. I should just buy a scooter.
You can get an electric scooter.
I convinced my friend Emmy one day that I sold my car and was just rollerblading everywhere. I texted her that. She believed me. And then I went to her apartment, and I'm outside. And she's like, you drove here? I thought you sold your car. I thought you were in a rollerblade. I'm like, oh, why would you believe me? We've been friends for like 5. Why would you believe anything I say?
That's a far rollerblade.
Yeah, I'm like, to North Buffalo? From West Seneca? I'm like, that's a day.
Yeah.
That's all day.
I feel like that's the thing fat people are good at is rollerblading.
She told other people, she told her parents that I sold my car and I was just rollerblading everywhere too.
Her parents are like, well, you're friends with a fucking idiot.
Yeah, no, she tells her parents everything that we do. And I'm like, I don't think they have a high opinion of me. But apparently they do. They really like me.
I feel like they're just studying you.
They might be.
Every time you talk to them, they have like a little notebook.
I feel like, I don't know, some people do.
They just write in a composition.
I was hanging out with one person once, and she was very big on that, like studying my habits. And I'm like, I don't like this. Don't read them back out to me.
What, is she a first-year psych major?
She was in psychology.
She could be doing a project on you.
She had her own problems.
Well,
so
yeah.
I'm like, pot should not be calling the kettle black here, Gwen. Come on, calm down.
Well, it's like most like psychiatrists and like counselors do. It's just easier to fix other people's problems.
Yeah, some of them. Some of them just genuinely don't have problems either. They're just boring people.
Yeah, that's the thing is, wow.
Some of them, I don't know.
Go home from work, clasp a cup of tea, go to bed.
Stupid.
What a life.
Not something I would do.
Maybe get lost in a good book from time to time.
I do enjoy getting lost in a good book. I did recently discover this 1970s book I have on sharks.
On sharks?
First-hand research is 1973 it was published, and it's on sharks. It has all these old 70s pictures of sharks underwater. It's like the majestic beasts of the sea. But they still kind of demonize sharks. And it's very interesting.
They don't really attack humans.
No, they don't.
They just confuse the surfboard.
Yes.
That's the only reason why.
And this is like during the early parts of the research. So they were still calling them the majestic monsters of the sea. But it's interesting to read like those first-hand documents. I enjoy reading a lot.
You think we could just invent a surfboard where sharks won't attack it?
First of all, stop surfing. Why are you out there? Why are you out there in the ocean? Knock it off. It's scary out there.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
You should just dip your toes.
We have land. You could go to a pool. The YMCA has a fucking pool. Go there. You psychopaths. You go. You're asking to be eaten. You know what? You dress like that and you go out into the ocean, you're asking for it. Let me just say that.
Your beach would just have a barrier like where you can't cross. Like the buoys would just be like a couple inches in.
Yeah.
Put your toes in.
Yep. Nothing above like the shoulder.
No, I'm not even talking that. Like past foot level.
Yeah. No, I'm scared of the ocean.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. I was uncomfortable.
We haven't studied it.
I was swimming out a lot in Hawaii, and then I realized, because Calvin barely went in the water with me. So I look back on shore, and Calvin's like, and I'm out in the water. I'm like, fuck.
There are a lot of currents out there.
Fuck, I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That's a scary ocean, too. It's always
cold.
And
I'm just fucking swimming like a maniac back, and Calvin's like, everything okay? I'm like, no!
I'm the only one in the water.
No, there are other people in the water. I just got scared.
Oh.
I could see, but I just got scared.
But you weren't scared of the sharks.
And I'm like, no, you let me go out in the ocean by myself? What friend are you?
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest fears. The ocean, crocodiles.
I like being in the ocean. Being in the ocean was nice.
Sense of freedom?
Yes, but you don't want to go far. First of all, crocodiles will fucking kill you. Sharks will attack you. Crocodiles will kill you.
Yeah, sharks just might bite an arm.
Yeah,
I don't need that.
Crocodiles, like saltwater crocs in Australia, Nile crocodiles. I told you about Gustav, right?
Yeah, I knew about Gustav.
Yeah, killed killed about 500 people.
Yeah.
They don't know if he's dead. Someone shot him with an AK once, but then they saw him like 2 months later.
There's like villages that
yeah,
like right around like there where like people will just be missing limbs and it's because of crocs.
Yes, and if that's when they could get away too.
Yeah.
If it gets you in a fucking death, these things kill wildebeests.
Yeah.
If they get you in a death roll as you're done. It's over. And they grow big in the fucking Nile.
They live a long time too.
And then, like, a lot of these villages survive off the fishing trade, so you gotta get in the fucking water and you gotta risk it.
That's why I respect people in the South, like Louisiana, Florida, the swamps, the bayous.
Gators are not a problem though. They're swamp puppies.
But they're living with them.
Slap them. You could slap them. Go away. They're not dangerous. Not really. Except if you're a child in Disneyland. You hear about that? Abby?
Looking at me?
Yes.
No.
Remember that kid in Disneyland that got eaten by an alligator?
Oh, I guess maybe I do remember that. Like,
there you go.
A couple years ago?
Oh, it was like 5 years ago?
Oh, God. Was it that long ago?
An alligator went to Disney?
No, he was like, yeah.
Sightseeing?
His kid was like, by the swamp, and an alligator just snatched him and killed the kid.
I feel like the dad set that up.
Bad dad. It's probably a divorced dad, and that was his weekend. He had to go home and explain that to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet he got an earful that night, huh?
I feel like his lawyer explained it to the wife.
Oh, my God. No, yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah, he couldn't hang out with his kid on every other Tuesday after that.
I'm sorry, I'm working. Why not next week? Yeah.
How about I keep until Friday this week?
No, alligators don't really go after a grown human.
No, but if you're in the swamp with them, they might.
Not really. Oh.
All right. We grew up here, brother. We didn't grow up in the swamps.
Yeah, but I disagree with you. Saltwater crocodiles are big.
Oh, yeah.
You know about Brutus and the other one who share a river?
Yeah.
And the one only has 3 arms, but he's 18 feet long.
Yeah.
And they filmed him just murdering a bull shark.
Yeah, well, Brutus fights other crocs, too.
Brutus fight, I forget the other one's name, but they share a river, and they're both like 18, 20 feet long.
They're giant.
And the one lost an arm to the other one during the fight.
Yeah.
And they would just like have these fucking kaiju fights, apparently. Like Godzilla versus King Ghidorah in the middle of this river. And Australian like boat crews go out there. It's like tourists.
Yeah.
It's like, call me miscolored. Call me a bad egg. But I would like just to throw a person overboard and just see what the croc does to them. I just want to see it.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know if the croc would go for it right away. Probably would.
it would.
But I would just want to see that.
Brutus would.
Brutus would.
Everything in Australia kills you.
Spiders are terrifying. The snakes are terrifying.
Those people have no fear.
They should have never discovered Australia. They should have just sailed a little bit north. They knew about New Zealand before Australia.
Should have just let it be after that.
And they said there must be a bigger landmass soon. And I'm like, don't go looking for it.
So if you can go back in history at one point, that's where you would stop?
Yes. I would have Australia be an undiscovered country.
This is the biggest landmass we could find.
Yes, west and then yes. One of them got close to Antarctica. But Antarctica was not... They knew about Antarctica, but nobody laid eyes on it until 1829.
I would have just lied if I was a sailor. I would have went like half a mile down. Just fucking chilled on the boat and be like, wow, that country
just
is
chilled
crazy.
for like 9 months. How
Yeah.
long the voyage? Be like, boy, I just discovered this new world over here. Why don't you guys all go there?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll take care of your wives when you're on the voyage.
I'm going to stay here because I already saw it.
I already saw it, but you guys go. No, I drew a map and it's just arrow pointing into the middle of the ocean. Just keep going, you'll find it.
The people there speak Portuguese. They speak our language, too.
They're more Portuguese, can you believe it?
All the women are 10s.
All their wives are knockouts.
Get everybody there.
They're all knockouts. Wait, let me just go hang out with the wives while you guys are busy.
Just boats go past, and it's like you talk to the wife like, Derek was kind of a piece of shit, huh?
I can't believe Eric would just leave you like that on a 9-month voyage, huh?
Wow. So selfish.
Really selfish, huh? You going to church later? I'll come with you. I'll come with you.
You hungry?
You hungry? You want some gruel? Some ghoul? What do you want?
I make a mean potato.
I can boil a mean spud. I could go for a cup of porridge right now.
One more glass of mead won't hurt you.
Yeah, the Germans, Germans were big on that.
Mead?
Yes, there was a guy during the 30 Years' War named Beer George.
That's a good name.
But Beer George would just switch sides constantly. He was nicknamed Beer George, but he just switched sides constantly. Also, read about the 30 Years' War in the 1600s. That's the birth of capitalism right there.
The 30 Years' War?
Yes. Very violent European war. The Dutch are doing things. Dutch are kind of the first to crack this capitalist system. But England is the first one to actually mend it with the state.
The Dutch are kind of cool, though.
Yes, but England is the first country to actually mend capitalism with the state. Because you have to kill the king.
I'm a little out on England.
They're terrible. But that's why capitalism was born in England. Because you have to kill the king.
Yeah.
You have to kill God. And the king is the symbolic version of God.
Well, he is God.
On country. So Parliament has to wage war against the king and kill God. And then a new system can be born. But you bring a king back for purposes.
We gotta kill Meghan Markle's husband.
We do have to kill Prince Harry, and then maybe a new economic system can be born. But capitalism was very bad.
We're not doing it because we think Meghan Markle's hot either.
I don't think she's all right.
She was great in Suits.
She's no Princess Diana. She's no Diana. She's no Diana Spencer, and you take that back right now, sir. You take that back right now, sir.
What year?
You
What
take
year?
that. You take that back right now, sir. We're gonna have hands. There will be blood. You don't take that back.
She didn't play in Suits.
I don't give a shit. Diana was above playing in network television. Let me tell you that.
Her father.
First of all,
her father
network-
wasn't Robert Zane, who owned Zane and Zane.
Network television too, buddy. You're not on HBO.
This was USA at its peak. Little
USA
after
is
the
not a
peak.
good network.
Oh, really? Burn Notice.
Not good.
Burn Notice sucks.
You can enjoy it for Bruce Campbell.
NCIS.
NCIS is on CBS.
No,
They
that
they
was
just air reruns.
yeah, they do. And then they put new episodes of Burn Notice after.
Don't care. I used to watch USA because they had Law and Order SVU reruns, and I was a big fan of Law and Order.
It was a good
SVU.
rerun show. They had The Mentalist a lot.
Mentalist was. We got to get Red John.
Dude, Red John.
And then
just-
Red John. It was just 18 seasons of red herons for Red John.
But they would kill Red
and
John.
they'd be like, "I'm not the real Red John." It'd be like, "Red John's still out there." Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm watching The Wire. If I want to watch a cop show, give me The Wire.
Or
Let me
just
watch
cops.
Jimmy McNulty get drunk, and then let me watch the gangsters on the street. Yo, String, you know this thing's got a kill range of 50 meters? That's my favorite line to hit. They're having, like, a street battle over, like, heroin corners. And Avon's, like, with his guys arming up, and he holds up a hand grenade. He's like, yo, Idris Elba. He's Stringer Bell. And he goes to community college, and he tries to apply that to the streets. He's like, what is our profit margin for this quarter? I'm like, yo, String, we don't know what you're talking about. But Prop Joe's people are rolling up on our corners. Y'all need to stop thinking about product and start thinking about gross product. And he's just saying that. And then Avon comes out of prison, his number one. And he's immediately trying to fight this young kid, Marlo, over, like, 2 drug corners. And he's, like, holds up a hand grenade. And he's like, yo, String, you know this thing's got a kill range of, like, 50 meters, right? And String's like, fuck. Oh, yeah.
British people played the best American gangsters.
He did. But Avon Barksdale is the best gangster. That or Slim Charles. Slim Charles is probably the best. I love Slim Charles. Yo, Chair recognized Slim Charles. Yo, Chair. Chair recognized Slim Charles. Slim Charles is like the 6'7" guy with dreadlock. He actually got stabbed in real life.
Really?
Yeah, he's a great guy though. That show. Omar, the guy who would. Omar's the guy on the outs. Omar just like ripped and. Yeah, I rip and run. He was testifying against a guy in court. The cops got him. And he's like, I rip and run. What does that mean? Yeah, I rob drug dealers. He's got a big scar across his face. But they don't like him because he's gay.
Really?
Yeah. He's gay in the show. He's openly gay.
Scariest gangster.
Yeah, they're all trying to, put an extra 10K on Faggot's head. Because he just keeps robbing them. He just has like a sawed-off shotgun. And he'll like bust into their stash houses, just rob the heroin, and then sell it himself. It is the best. Yeah, Omar's the best.
That's like Diddy.
Yo, Omar coming. Yo, y'all better open this door before I start huff and puff. He's like, yo, Omar, you best clear out. We up in here with the Mac 10. Oh, I think's not, Tyrell. I think not. Because Omar can come back tomorrow and the next day. And then they just throw it out not to deal with him. No, The Wire's a great show. You gotta watch The Wire.
I gotta check it out.
All the cops are drunk. None of the drug dealers fire on the cops either.
Really?
Because that's stupid. Because that's how you wind up in life in prison.
Yeah, but I've seen End to Watch.
No, but that's the thing. It's not realistic. Because they're all smart not to fire on the cops because you could get out in 5-10 years. You don't want to fucking wind up with a life sentence. I do love The Wire. What are we at?
47.
We can keep going for a little bit. You got somewhere to be, Em?
Not really.
Alright, we can keep going for a bit.
Do you know the girl that played Snoop was like actually in a gang?
Yeah.
And they, like, took her
Yeah,
out
she
and
was.
Like, and then she like got arrested after the show.
Yeah.
So she's just-
Snoop is the best.
She was just playing herself.
Yeah.
Oh, Snoop. Oh, my God. We haven't even gotten to Snoop and Chris. We don't know where Chris came from, but it's been speculated that he was, like, ex-Marine or something. Because he would always wear, like, an army fatigue jacket. And then the one episode where they're hunting for Omar, like, Chris bursts through a house with a shotgun. Like, the way he's just clearing corners like that is very... But, no, Snoop's like... Ben, you would love Snoop. Snoop might be your wife.
Really?
Snoop is like this 5'6" girl with like dreads, like just tattooed up, and she does hits.
Pull up a pic. Snoop from The Wire?
Yeah, let's look her up. Yeah. Her just tipping the guy at Home Depot like $800 for a nail gun, and that's so they could take out the nails from the vacant houses and put bodies in there. Yeah, The Wire's great.
Felicia Snoop person.
Yep.
Damn, what a lady.
Nah, Snoop's the best. They're all great in that show. I love Marlo. I like Prop Joe.
Who was Michael B. Jordan's character?
Wallace. His name is Wallace.
That's such a Michael B. Jordan
Yo,
name.
Strain, where the fuck is Wallace, man? Where the fuck is Wallace? Yo, shut your fucking mouth. Where the fuck is Wallace? Yeah, Wallace is only one season. He's a kid. He gets killed.
That's a bad name for a kid.
It's his last name.
Well, yeah.
Wallace? I'm
Yeah.
going to name my first kid Wallace now.
Yeah, Wallace. D'Angelo. D'Angelo's the guy who works for.
Good name.
Yeah, no, I do like Stringer Bell in those seasons. Prop Joe. I got a proposition for you. Yo, send me your fancy, fat man. Omar, because Prop Joe's like a fat guy. He runs the East Side drug trade. And he runs this like pawn shop thing where he kind of... He runs like this, like that's his front business. He runs this like pawn shop, and one time Omar like robs him for the drugs, because the East Side's getting it, and then he like hands him a broken clock, as he's already sticking Prop Joe up in his own store. He's already got his boyfriend who has a gun on him, and he hands Prop Joe a broken clock, and Prop Joe's like, "What's wrong with it?" And Omar's like, "Ran out of time." And he pulls just another gun on him. Ran out of time. I got a proposition that might fall kindly on your ears. Sing your fancy, fat man. They have an East-West basketball game. East Side versus West Side.
Who won?
East Side.
Close game? Come down to the wire?
Shut the fuck up. It's very.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, but they had a foul, and then Avon's like, "How the fuck you don't call that, ref?" And then the ref's like, "You want me to redo the play? You can't redo the play. It's the fucking game. Be a man." That's the best show. It's a great show.
That sounds like a terrible idea. An East-West basketball game?
I don't know. They do it yearly.
I'm about to say, that sounds like something like City Hall would propose.
Yeah. So you get the City Hall aspect of that later on. You get Tommy Carcetti, slime dog, trying to be mayor. You get the politics aspect. Oh, there's slimy people.
You can't say mayor without Byron Brown, baby.
There's Byron Brown's basically in the show. He's Tommy Carcetti. They're just slime dogs. You just get in there and just
Every photo op is there.
Oh yeah. They're slimy people.
Some kid's at school taking a selfie and it's Byron Brown behind him. Here, shake my hand.
I have 2 pictures with Byron Brown for that reason.
He's always there.
He's always there.
He's always near the science museum.
I have no idea the second time I met him. We were at one school. It was my senior year of high school. I had no idea why I went to this school. For, like, participation in government or something?
Pig? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I went to the school, but Byron Brown was just there.
They had cameras.
They had cameras, and he was just there, and I slapped him up again. I'm like, and I got another picture with him. I'm like, Byron, remember me? He's like, hey. I met him last year.
You know how many cameras and how many pictures he's
Oh,
taken.
he doesn't fucking remember.
Byron, what are you doing right now? I'm eating with my wife. There's cameras over on 4th Street.
He had like an FBI case too. I mean, it's just corruption with the local politicians.
I don't blame him, though. If I was
You-
a local politician, you could probably buy me off. Fairly cheap.
Unfortunately, I met the other girl.
Oh, I'm making $38,000 a year?
Who was that girl who ran for mayor a couple years ago?
You're talking the one against Byron Brown?
India Walton.
Yeah, I met
Yeah.
her. I met her at a Chapo Trap House live show.
She used to host trivia at Thin Man.
Oh, did she?
Oh, okay, cool.
Occasionally.
I
I wish
bought
she would have won.
I bought her a drink at the Chapo Trap House live show. I tried.
You shot your shot?
Did. I bought her a drink, but I tried. But it was a live show. It was the Socialist podcast that we both.
Were you just really loud? Like, that drink's from me.
No, I just walked up to the bar with her and bought her a drink.
Nothing else? Nothing else?
Emmy was there. I was suffering the effects of the COVID vaccine. The second shot, which made me more fucked up than I was.
Autism.
Sure.
You were over there telling her about your Lego set?
I was just asking her about trains, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were really cute, but now I see that you're a retard."
My
my
Legos connect this way.
No, I'm kidding. India Walton never said anything. She was a very nice woman.
She should run again.
She should. I don't know if she'll.
No, but they were going off on her for unpaid parking tickets, which is disgusting.
First of all, I don't pay parking tickets anymore.
Oh, I don't pay anything.
No, fuck them.
I have 4 pending speeding cases.
Speeding is something else, but like the parking in the city, I'm not. First of all, they all moved it to the app, so you can't go to the thing.
They're all different apps.
All different apps, and half the time the app won't work. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm parking here anyway. I will not pay you for that. If the app does not work and you remove the ticket thing, to where I used to be able to put my credit card in, get the ticket, and I'd pay for the parking. You remove that. You remove that option. And then guess what? The thing you replace it with does not work. I will not pay for parking. I do not care. I will not pay for parking.
Remember I went to Tapo, and their machine didn't work. They had the old school machine.
Yes.
So I'm like, what do you want me to do? Went into Tapo, got a shitty fucking meal.
Yeah,
it was a bad meal.
Obviously.
It was a bad meal.
Obviously.
I got their truffle pasta. It tasted like just regular ragu, brother.
Ugh.
I don't want to ragdoll on Tapo outside of their racist pool club, but
you're already calling them racist. Might as well ragdoll them.
Well, they had a dress code.
Oh, did they?
You had to wear like a shirt, a button-up shirt.
Don't serve me shitty food and I'll dress nice.
You had to wear dress pants. You have to wear a belt to a pool club. Brother, I want to roll in there with some red, white, and blue swim trunks.
Yeah, the thing with dress codes, like, I don't get that either sometimes.
Well, they wanted to keep a certain class.
Keep it classy, but, like, those days are come and gone, kid.
Times
have changed.
You could have Jordans on your feet that could cost $20,000.
And they would say it's not classy enough.
They're like, well, you're not wearing a pair of $80 dress shoes? Those aren't Doc Martens.
Yeah, I wonder what's not classy about basketball shoes versus shitty dress shoes. I really wonder in these people's minds what's not classy about it.
I can't put my finger on it.
They also might have, maybe my opinions about a classy quarterback debate. They might have those same opinions about those shoes.
They like pocket passers.
Oh, yeah. Don't get out of the pocket. Don't rush.
I don't really like my quarterback taking extra hits.
I don't know about this, Jim. I'm feeling kind of... Jim, I don't know about this. She's got a penis, but she's kind of hot, Jim. It's Tony Romo about to sleep with a trans woman. Jim, I don't know about this. She's kind of hot, but she's got a penis. Jim, I'm thinking it's 4th down. You just got to go for it. Jim, I don't know. You got to go for it. You got to go for it.
Nance, just a big decision there, Jim.
It's a big decision right there. 4th down decision.
Big decision, Tony.
I don't know about this, Jim. Her asshole's kind of nice. You just ignore the penis. If I was quarterback, listen, that's what we used to practice. You just ignore the penis.
I'm going to call a timeout, go to the bathroom, and reset.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. Let me reset real quick.
You got to make sure you have the right personnel in there.
Jim, I'm hard as a rock. I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to go in. And it's no good. And Tony Romo just comes on his own leg. Shit. Jim, I did it again.
That was a ballsy call there, Tony.
That was a ballsy call there, Tony.
Got to fire the coach.
I've been waiting for the quarterback part. The way Josh Allen uses his legs, he, like... First of all, let me say this. Anyone who shits on Tony Romo and Jim Nance, you got to fight me.
They're
fight
a great
me.
crew.
They are the best. I also like how vaguely sexual Tony Romo is when he talks about a quarterback that he really likes. And it does get into very vaguely sexual content.
I like when he's always like...
Him talking about Josh Allen's legs, and then I'm like, You know what? I think the same way, and I've had dreams about Josh Allen's legs, and I agree with you, Tony.
He really gets it into tight windows.
Oh, he gets into tight windows and is powerful. I've been waiting for the quarterback power for quite some time. So the way he uses those...
You see the way he moves his hips to get the
strong,
extra power there?
Legs. Look how Mahomes can bend. Oh, yeah, I love him. That's my dream, is to call a game with Tony Romo.
I feel like it would just be... The game wouldn't even be going on. You would just be talking about sex. But in a football manner.
In a football manner? Hopefully. I would have sex with Tony Romo.
The left tackle's looking
I'm not
stiff.
gay, allegedly. But I would have... Why would you not fuck Tony Romo?
That's like the Diddy argument.
No, it's not, because no, because Diddy's a pedophile. No.
That's where you're going with this, right?
No, it's not. No, I'm not going anywhere near Diddy.
If you're an up-and-coming
Diddy's
Kiwi...
a criminal! No! I'm just talking about fucking a man who's older than me who happens to be a great quarterback. That has nothing to do with P. Diddy. How dare you even equate those fucking thoughts?
You're talking about fucking an older, successful male for
That's
a position
not,
of power.
Diddy was a pedophile! Tony Romo and me are older adults, and we can... Me and Tony Romo aren't even together.
In this scenario, you're...
In this scenario, we're together, we're
no,
happy.
In this scenario, you're 14, you're an up-and-coming...
What are you talking about? I didn't even say that!
You're an up-and-coming broadcaster.
No, I didn't! No, I didn't!
Have one popular song.
I'm a broadcaster, but I have one popular song.
Even Max Kellerman has one popular song.
Does he?
You ever see old Max Kellerman raps? It was just him making a boxing rap.
No, I didn't.
And I roll like Pernell Whitaker. Yeah. It's kind of a banger of a track, too.
All right, we gotta wrap up. Good show. I'm not a pedophile if I want to fuck Tony Romo. We're both consenting adults. In fact, Tony Romo is older than me. If anyone's dirty, it's him. But he's not really dirty. It's my boyfriend you're talking about. So keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
In this scenario, he's 12. Have a good night.